the fuck? Bioshock 2? That's right, man. Now that I put Modern Warfare 2 away for good, I had to play a couple games while I'm waiting for fucking Black Ops. So I threw in God of War 3, Assassin's Creed 2, and this motherfucker. Now this happens to be like my third or fourth game, so I'm still learning this fucking shit as I go along. Now I'll give my opinions on this game in a minute, but the start of this game is just so fucking nuts that I have to address this shit. You see this shit, man? I try and electrify this motherfucker. Look at that shit, man. I'm spamming this motherfucker. Somebody lights his ass on fire, and all I get is assist. Now, I see this cocksucker over here just standing still. Look at that shit, man. Come on. I sprayed that fucking bastard. Now I'm swinging this little fucking trophy like an old fat Italian lady beating up her cheating husband Giuseppe with a rolling pin and shit. So, I don't get a fucking kill on this motherfucker either. I get another goddamn assist. So I'm off to a great fucking start. 2 assists, no kills. So I'm gonna come around this corner, electrify this son of a bitch, and again, now I spray this motherfucker. Now I don't know if that's a man or a woman or whatever the fuck. Anyway, I got that motherfucker. So I finally got my first kill in this fucking game. So I see some bastards upstairs. Now I'm gonna chase his ass, and again, that electricity shit isn't working on him. Switch off to my shotgun, and this piece of shit doesn't kill anything. Watch this shit, man. So I shocked this motherfucker again. Look it, I'm blasting the shit out this motherfucker. Look, I finally beat his ass with a fucking trophy. So I'm gonna research his ass, and I'll explain what that shit is in a minute. But you can read right there, it does extra damage. And this motherfucker creeps up on me, man. How you gonna creep up on me when I'm doing research? Get the fuck out of here. So I gotta run away. I got no health, I ain't got no more electricity, and now I'm just trying to fucking survive while this motherfucker's shooting me. So I come around this corner, and I see the turret. Now, I haven't used the turret yet, so I don't know how it works. So I'm like, fuck it, let me see if this works. And I get shot in my ass. I didn't know it took that fucking long to download. Now watch this guy. First of all, it looks like he's humping the shit. But now he's gonna fucking jack my turret that I just fucking used. Man, don't jack my shit up, you fucking bastard. Seriously, man. So I'm off to a great fucking start. I got 1 or 2 kills, 2 assists, and then I got a death because by this motherfucker who's goddamn humping the turret. So you see that camera on top of that guy? That was the guy that I just like teabagged and took a picture of his dead ass body. So now he's running. Look at this guy. He doesn't even notice me. Look how many bullets I put in this motherfucker. And in the end, what do I beat him with? I beat him with a fucking trophy, man. There's some bullshit in this game, man. Seriously, this game is some absolute bullshit. But now that I got through the start of this fucking crazy ass game, I want to talk about some of this shit. I played Bioshock 1 and Bioshock 2, so I have an idea of how this shit is supposed to work in this game. For those who haven't experienced Bioshock, I'll give you a quick and dirty rundown. If you want the full explanation, go Google that shit or whatever the fuck to find out more about the plot. But I'm just going to stick to the basics. It takes place in an underwater city called Rapture in the 50s and 60s, built by some rich dude who was tired of communism and capitalism during the Cold War. So the city is run on the premise that you have unlimited freedom to do whatever the fuck you want. You're basically bound by your limits of imagination. So some of the scientists made a discovery and allows them to create all kinds of shit that includes these magic abilities that you see called plasmas. That's that electric shit that I'm firing from my left hand. There's a whole bunch of them. There's Winter Blast, there's fire, there's telekinesis, you name it. Anyway, one thing leads to another, and the city falls into chaos with everyone wanting this shit like fucking crackheads. Now again, more is involved. There's a whole lot more to the story. And like I said, go Google it because it really is an awesome story that has some amazing shit. The multiplayer portion of this game is supposed to be what sends the city into chaos. All these fights and shit are like a prelude to the events of Bioshock 1. So it's actually tied into the whole narrative of the story. Now, overall, multiplayer is awful. There's just no other way of saying it. The idea of having Bioshock powers is cool as fuck. Look at this shit, man. I'm spamming that guy again. I still can't kill this motherfucker. The idea of having Bioshock powers is cool as fuck. But this shit is so unbalanced, it's not even fucking funny. Now, I'm not the greatest first-person shooter player in the world. I know that. But I can hold my own in shooting games. But no joke, this game is like the only game I went positive. I think I played 10 or 12 games in this shit, and I went positive like 2 or 3 times. And it's not like I'm some Joe Bumpkin playing Bioshock for the first time and I don't know my foot from my ass. I know the mechanics of how this game is supposed to work. Look at this shit, man. Now this guy fucking, how many times did I spam that motherfucker and he fucking kills me with that bullshit? Get the fuck out of here, man. But like I was saying, I can play shooting games. I know what the fuck I'm doing. But the multiplayer in this game is just way too fucking unbalanced. This game brutally punishes low-level players. I mean, brutally. I expect some ass whoopings just for the main fact that I don't know where the fuck the maps are. I don't know any of this shit going on. But the equipment and perks available to you when you first start are so underpowered. I mean, it seems like guns and shit power up as you go along and you obtain more powerful weapons and plasmids or whatever the fuck is there. I got 1 fucking kill. But people have powers that disappear on you. Motherfuckers hit you with more powerful magic. I mean, I got hit with fucking bees. Bees! Can you believe that shit? I set a motherfucker on fire and somebody shot bees at me and fucking killed me. Can you believe that bullshit? Look at this shit, man. How many shots it take me to kill this motherfucker? So I got the one guy and then I get an assist. Meanwhile, I hit him with like 5 shotgun blasts, man. That's some bullshit. But like I said, man, this game is so fucking unbalanced. Now, when you compare that shit to a Call of Duty series, now watch this. What the fuck? That's what I'm talking about, man. One of those powers allows you to jack fucking health machines and set traps on that shit. Now, that shit sounds fucking fun, but I don't have that power. I'd like that fucking power, but I don't got that fucking power. Now, compared to a Call of Duty series, man, when you get a default loadout, it's pretty balanced compared to some of the other shit in the game, man. Even when you prestige, you have a chance to kill people with the game because the loadout weapons are fairly balanced. Now, Call of Duty games is really based on experience. The more experience, the better the player, you're going to have a better chance of winning. In this game, it's all about this motherfucker, the Big Daddy suit. Now, most people are going to say that this shit is what balances the game out, but it's a bunch of bullshit. If you don't know what a Big Daddy is, like I said, go Google it, go find out on Wikipedia, whatever the fuck. You'll understand what that shit is. Now, this is my first time riding in the Big Daddy suit. I don't know how shit works. Now, look at that motherfucker, he's on fire. So, I have no fucking idea how this shit works. I'm just shooting this motherfucker, I'm trying to melee the bitch. I thought I had some magic powers, nothing. So I finally killed this motherfucker, and what I realized is you have a health meter on the top that doesn't go up. It just keeps going, just keeps getting lower. In other words, they're going to kill me eventually. Now, most people are going to say that this is what balances out the games for new players, but you know what? It's bullshit. Because this motherfucking suit spawns randomly around the map, maybe 2 or 3 times, I don't fucking know. But you know what? There are 10 people playing this fucking game. That means I have a 10% chance of getting this motherfucker. I also have a 50% chance of an enemy catching this shit, and then they're really gonna kick my fucking ass. This fucking weapon or suit or whatever the fuck is so unbalanced. And this is part of why this game is so unbalanced. Look at this shit, man. This drill motherfucker is powerful as shit. I can kill people in a couple seconds, but man, it takes forever to run. Look at this shit, man. I'm running around like a fucking tank. Just shoot. Look at this shit, man. I got unlimited ammo. I found out later that I have mines that I can shoot at people. Whatever the fuck. I don't know how that shit works. So that motherfucker jumped down to his death. Now, I don't know if I can jump down to my death, so I'm just like, fuck it. Let me test it out. I jump into a fucking flame of fire. Look at me on fire, man. So I'm losing health because I'm on fucking fire. And I don't know what the fuck is going on. Something's shooting me in my ass. So I'm trying to shoot this motherfucker. I get him. And now these turrets. Remember that turret that I was trying to hack? Look at this shit. I'm trying to blast it, you name it, get behind it, whatever the fuck, and then they finally kill me. So that was my run with a Big Daddy. Now, like I mentioned, this was only my 3rd or 4th game. I didn't know what the fuck I was doing. And sadly, this was my best game. I absolutely suck in this game. I mean, I was going like 3 and 14, 2 and 19. And these people were just busting my ass around left and right. Look at that shit, man. How many fucking bullets does it take to shoot a motherfucker? Now, I don't know if this game lags like every other online game, but the glitches in this shit and the unbalanced low-level perks, man, just make this shit so unbearable. So watch this, man. Now I'm gonna swing at this motherfucker. So anyway, that's what Bioshock 2 looks like. Now, I played it. I don't like it. I ain't going back to this shit, but I said, fuck it. I'm gonna post up at least one video. So there you see my score, 12 and 4. That's the best fucking game I had in this whole goddamn game. So anyway, you know the drill. Rate, comment, subscribe, and all that good shit. No bloopers on this motherfucker, and no, I'm not posting any more Bioshock 2 videos.